Have you ever noticed your dog suddenly barking at what looks like an empty corner of the room and wondered what on earth they're seeing or hearing? Here's a spoiler. It's not actually nothing. Dogs pick up on cues and signals that are completely off our radar. In this post, we'll explore 11 surprising things dogs can see, hear, and sense, things that often escape human perception. You might be blown away by their hidden abilities, and the final point we'll discuss is honestly quite spooky. Before we jump in, please give this a like and subscribe to our channel. Your support means a lot to us, and it helps us keep providing informative content. Now let's uncover what's really going on in your dog's fascinating world. They can sense the Earth's invisible compass. Some scientists suggest that dogs might detect Earth's magnetic field, acting like a built-in compass in their nose or eyes. Have you ever noticed your dog spinning in circles before settling down or going potty? This could be their way of aligning themselves along the north-south axis. Why it matters. Homing instinct. Stories of dogs traveling long distances to find their way home may be partly explained by this magnetic sense. Observation. Tip. The next time your dog does a pre-potty spin, see if they favor a particular orientation. You might catch them lining up with Earth's magnetic field. Even though this hasn't been 100% confirmed, it gives us a glimpse into the mysterious built-in navigation system dogs might possess, one that we humans can't feel at all. Incredible night vision. Ever tripped over the coffee table in dim light while your dog glides through the dark without trouble? Behind a dog's retina is a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum, which bounces light back through the eye, improving their vision in low light conditions. Why it matters. Enhanced. Low light sight. Dogs have more rod cells in their eyes, making them better at picking up movement in near darkness. Late night walks. If your dog isn't fazed by shadowy conditions, it's because they can see a lot more than you can in the dark. Next time you go for a nighttime stroll, trust that your pup is likely navigating with far more confidence than you, thanks to this built-in night vision. UV light and invisible patterns. It's a common myth that dogs only see in black and white. Not only can they perceive some colors, but there's also evidence they can pick up ultraviolet UV light. This ability allows them to see patterns and markings on various surfaces that remain invisible to us. Why it matters. Fluorescent clues. Flower petals may appear to have bold, glowing patterns for dogs, while you see only uniform petals. Hidden. Stains. That old spill on the carpet you think is gone might still be lit up in the UV spectrum, which your dog detects. So, if your dog suddenly fixates on something you can't see, they might be reading the UV secret messages sprinkled around your home. Hypersensitive hearing dogs hear a wider range of frequencies than we do, especially high-pitched sounds. That's why a dog whistle, silent to your ears, clearly resonates with them. It's also why they might freak out over seemingly distant thunder or loud fireworks. Why it matters. Overwhelming noises. Events like thunderstorms or fireworks hit their ears much harder, leading to stress or fear. Midnight alarms. When your dog starts barking at 2 in the morning, there's a decent chance they heard a faint mouse squeak or some other tiny noise behind the walls. If your pup appears anxious, consider using soft music or white noise to help mask some of these intrusive frequencies. Quick question for you. What's the most surprising sensory skill your dog has shown you? Drop a comment below. Maybe other dog owners have seen something similar. A constant motion radar. Dogs aren't just good at seeing movement, they're exceptional. Their brains and eyes prioritize detecting motion, a legacy from their ancestral hunting days. Even the slightest twitch or shift can catch a dog's attention. Why it matters. Hunting instinct. In the wild, spotting a small flicker of motion could mean dinner or danger. Domestic dogs have inherited this heightened vigilance. Training consistency. During obedience training, your dog notices every subtle gesture you make, so try to maintain consistent body language to avoid confusion. When you work on new commands, remember that even a small, unintentional hand wave might become a hidden cue in your dog's mind. Emotional superheroes, ever had a bad day and felt your dog comforting you more than usual? Dogs excel at detecting our emotional states. They track your posture, tone of voice, and even tiny chemical changes in your body to figure out if you're upset, anxious, or happy. Why it matters: emotional support. A sudden nudge from your dog, or them resting their head on your lap, often indicates they sense your sadness or stress. Reading your mood. Dogs can pick up on pheromones you emit when you're nervous or fearful. If you're going through a tough time, spending a few quiet moments with your dog can create a positive feedback loop. They calm you, you relax, and that in turn reassures them. Advanced heat detection. In a dark room, you might stumble around, but your dog can often detect where other people or animals are by sensing warmth. This trait stems from their hunting ancestry, where picking up on heat signatures helped them track prey or locate a cozy nesting spot. Why it matters. Snuggling for warmth. If your pup routinely curls up next to you, they might be drawn to your body heat. Nursing instincts. A dog might hover around you if you have a fever, noticing subtle increases in your temperature. When setting up your dog's sleeping area, keep their preference for warm spots in mind, especially in colder months. A nose that knows all your secrets. A dog's sense of smell is 1,000,000 times more sensitive than ours, allowing them to detect everything from emotional stress to metabolic changes. With over 100 million, sometimes up to 300 million, olfactory receptors, they can pick up chemical cues we'll never notice. Why it matters: emotional cues. You emit distinct scents when anxious, scared, or even excited. Your dog reads these signals like a book. Early health detection. Some dogs are trained to detect low blood sugar in diabetics, or even sniff out certain cancers. Next time your pup insists on sniffing every corner, remember they're not being nosy. They're gathering a world of information. They don't see black and white, they see blues and yellows. It's time to say goodbye to the myth that dogs live in a monochromatic world. Although they don't see the same full color spectrum as humans, they do perceive shades of blue, yellow, and gray. It's not as vivid as our rainbow, but it's far from boring. Why it matters: choosing toys. A red ball on green grass might blend together, but a bright blue or yellow toy can really stand out for them. Outdoor contrast. From a dog's point of view, the difference between sky and grass is quite noticeable in their limited color range. Picking a contrasting color for toys and accessories can make a big difference in your dog's ability to find their favorite items. Listening to the Earth's infrasound. Has your dog ever acted strangely right before a storm or appeared restless without an obvious cause? Dogs may be able to detect infrasound, or low-frequency vibrations that humans can't perceive. Thunder rumbling far away, or small seismic shifts in the ground might register in your dog's ultra-sensitive hearing. Why it matters: early warnings. Dogs sometimes show signs of anxiety ahead of earthquakes or severe weather, giving you a heads up that something big might be brewing. Sudden restlessness. If your dog becomes uneasy for no clear reason, they might be picking up on distant rumbles or tremors. Don't dismiss these seemingly random moods. They could be a sign that your dog's specialized senses are on high alert. Paranormal sensitivity. Myth or reality? Finally, the question that sends a chill down many owners' spines. Could your dog be sensing something paranormal when they bark at empty corners or stare intently at unseen forces? While there's no definitive scientific proof of ghostly encounters, many owners swear their pets react to phenomena humans miss. Potential explanations: ultrafine senses. Their acute hearing, smell, and ability to detect slight temperature changes might explain behaviors that seem otherworldly. Electromagnetic sensitivity. Some theories suggest dogs could sense subtle energy shifts in the environment. Whether it's an actual spirit or just a draft making the curtains move, your dog's reaction shows they're keyed into subtleties we can't perceive. If it spooks you, try to stay calm. Your dog picks up on that tension too. Understanding your dog's world. More deeply, these 11 abilities prove there's almost always a reason behind your dog's random barking. From Earth's magnetic field to the faintest hidden sound, they're tapping into senses we humans barely understand. What might look like nothing to us is often bustling with signals, energies, and cues in a dog's perception. Create a calm environment. If your dog gets overwhelmed by certain noises or visual triggers, offer them a quiet, comforting space, maybe with soft music or a cozy corner away from chaos. Mind your emotions. Remember, your dog picks up on your stress or fear. Stay calm and reassuring if they start to bark at nothing. Encourage their instincts. Give them a chance to use their superior senses. Nosework games, fetch with brightly colored toys, and patient, consistent training all help them channel their natural abilities.